studying film, it is very interesting to compare the
Yes.
two of them.
Watching the original cut and then watching the Snyder cut, it does clear up. And we're talking, hey, everybody, welcome to
I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
No, you won't. It's 4 hours.
exactly. If you had
Okay, there's a possibility I'll get around to it eventually.
I had to watch it in like 3 different sittings over like 2 days. You know, it's like a streaming series. But yeah, dude, I
It's
don't give a
divided
fuck.
that way. You could do that.
But I don't give a fuck what you think about the Snyder cut. Comparing the original cut to the Snyder cut, you can definitely see where Ray Fisher had a bigger part. And the movie, I'm sorry, was better because of it, because it had that single point of identification. And it was, you know, that's how the movie identified itself, was that way. But yeah, Joss Whedon had this interview, and it's all around now. And the shitty part about it is it's not really all around the interview because it was like in the New Yorker, so it's hard to find it. But if you go to Vulture, you can find it.
Yeah, you can find it if you.
But a lot of it is coming off of like different news sites, like just picking and choosing different lines.
That's my way of experiencing it so far. Has been seeing like snippets like cut out and like posted in a headline of something that I'm scrolling past.
And that is not the way to really, you know, consume this material. You should get it all in the same context because it really just does.
Put yourself back like 10 years ago when Avengers was coming out, and like what a fall from grace like Joss Whedon has had since then. You know,
right?
It really does. I don't know how does that damper your enjoyment of Avengers now?
No.
I haven't watched Avengers in a while, so I guess I don't know for sure, but probably not. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good about separating like the creator from the creation.
And we need to get off this anyway because there are so many fucking books this week. But there's like a part in the interview where, like, I guess Gal Gadot said something to him, like, "Do you even know how to make, you know, superhero movies?" And he's like, "I directed the most profitable, the biggest box office superhero movie of all time." And then he releases that turd that is Justice League and gets fucking away with it. Like, people will shit on Kathleen Kennedy and ignore a director for a bad Star Wars movie. You know, they just will. And that's how it goes.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, I thought it was weird when the Ghostbusters movie bombed, you know, the new one with the girls. And it was awesome in the fact that they didn't shit on the actresses in the movie. They were shitting on the male director, which I thought that was kind of actually refreshing because, yeah, all the jokes are delivered perfectly in that movie by those women. But, yeah, the movie sucks. It's a turd.
It is a bad movie.
Yeah. But it was weird that Joss Whedon didn't take any of that fucking heat for that movie. You know, it was just weird to me.
Those were unique circumstances.
J.J. Abrams didn't take shit for his shitty Star Wars movie.
Well, you got to remember this. Before this, Joss Whedon was an internet nerd, almost like a god at that. You know, he did Avengers, he did Buffy, he did all the awesome shit.
Fucking Firefly. I mean, it's still the best thing he's ever done. Still the best thing.
But I think with theatrical Justice League specifically, like people knew, right, that like he was stepping in because of a tragedy that Zack Snyder was experiencing, forcing him away from the project. So I don't think anyone was really expecting much out of Joss Whedon per se, which, you know,
right?
Maybe the lowered expectations.
People were giving him half credit for Justice League.
I don't remember it that way. Still. Anyway, let's do this thing. There are so many.
He does totally deserve that turd.
Oh yeah, it's his.
He deserves
to own it. He deserves to own that shit. All right, let's do it. Man, there are so many books this week. It's a huge week.
This is bad comedy.
It's true.
Hey, our specialty, you know, bad comedy.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna watch Justice. No, I don't have enough time for that. Who has time for that?
I don't know, man. That's a lot of time to get to this.
Yeah, right. Over 3 days, I'll watch. Greetings, geeks! Welcome back. Another episode of This Geek Comics, Outward Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
Gomer, Adam, Nomer, Taylor. How's it going, gentlemen?
It's going all right, man.
Doing well.
Let's get right into this. We're talking about all the new books dropping this week, and it is a cornucopia, an abundance of books. These are books dropping on the 18th. It's technically tonight, at midnight if you read your shit digital or if your comic shop's open late. But Aquaman the Beginning, issue number 5 of 6.
Yeah,
this is Jackson
Hyde. One of 3 books that's leading to Aquaman in a couple months. It's been okay. It's been fine. And it's one of those B tier DC books, which is most of DC right now.
The rumor is, and I know this because we started it, that Jackson will be on the new Avengers team along with
Avengers team. You mean Justice League
or whatever? No, he's gonna call them the Avengers. That's the big hook that Taylor's got for this. Tom Taylor's got for this. A new Batman book. Chip Zdarsky's writing this one.
I love both of those creators. I do not need this story at all.
I don't want this either. It's in the origin of Batman again. Again.
You need more of a hook than the origin of Batman. That cannot be your selling point for the book,
We know what happened.
This is a terrible trend that I keep seeing at DC. Chip Zdarsky keeps getting books at DC, but they're always books that I just cannot give a shit about.
I don't want to read them.
It was it's this one, and then there was that last Justice League book that I'm sorry.
His Stillwater is still great over at Image. It's spinning its wheels a little bit. Daredevil's great. He's got the big event going on right now.
And I love Carmine. Carmine D.
Love that guy. Don't have enough room for this. This does have a fantastic Greg Capullo cover.
Oh my God, he looks like such an insufferable hipster here.
He does. I love it. He looks like I just want to kick his fucking ass. I love it. I just want to beat the shit out of him.
Hey, this is this is Bruce before he goes on his big crime fighting study abroad. You might have a chance.
I know
that's beating up small child version of Batman.
Yes. Yeah. Batman and a wolf, the crossover with whatever. Black Manta's
crossover that I understand.
Yeah, me neither. Black Manta. This is also diving into or leading into the
Aquaman. This one's not as good.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Here's a good book. Blue and Gold. Number 5 of 8. We do know it's 8 issues as of 2 issues ago, I think. So yeah, Dan Jurgens, Ryan Sook, killing it on this. Killing it on that. We do get a cool Simone DeMeo cover, but it's a Peacemaker tie-in cover. It has nothing to do with Blue and Gold, and I hate it.
I mean, as far as these Peacemaker covers go, that is a pretty good one.
Oh, it's rad.
Yeah, it's kind of like with all those Deadpool covers, this Deadpool has nothing to do with this book. Peacemaker has nothing to do with the book.
Yeah,
I get that you're just pimping out the show, but still.
I haven't seen the show yet. I should get HBO Max.
Me neither.
Catwoman 39. Nothing really to write home about except for this Jenny Frison cover, which is just gorgeous. She's one of the best cover artists in the biz. And then Detective Comics. Anybody want to talk about Detective?
Man,
it's a big event. This starts like the big event. No,
it started 2 issues ago.
Oh my gosh! And it's weekly now.
And it's been weekly, and I haven't really been reading it, so I can't tell you.
Great Bermejo cover here.
I don't have room for a weekly Detective Batman book.
Yeah, I don't want that either. Green Lantern number 10. Jeffrey Thorne still going with this series.
Part of that B string that Adam was talking about earlier. It's okay.
Cool cover here, man. Really cool cover.
I like it a lot more when it's about Joe and Teen Lantern there than when it's about John and whatever he's doing right now.
He's hanging out with the new guys. I'm not sure where that came from.
He's tripping balls right now.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me. He's tripping balls. I haven't read it, but I have tried to keep up with it. So Joe is going to be on that new Justice League team. Just wait for it. It's going to happen. Let me go back to Icon and Rocket. Probably bottom of the barrel of the Hardwire.
It's not bad. I'd say this is probably this is not as good as Static, but I do think it's better than Hardware. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, solid book. And now big book of the week. Not Looney Tunes. Nightwing, Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo, issue 88. Cream of the crop.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the very few legitimately awesome comic books that DC puts out nowadays.
Yeah. We get this great Jamal Campbell cover where it looks like Dick and Babs are about to bust one onto each other, but it looks also like there's a villain shit going on. So, I mean, they're taking time off of work.
I think that's her emblem there, the Oracle thing. There.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's a screensaver then. A screensaver.
Yeah.
She's off.
They are free to get their
swerve on. Good for them. Good for them. Nubia and the Amazons. I have not been reading this either.
No, I've been
leading into
out
the Amazons.
of the Wonder Woman world for a minute.
This is leading into like an Amazons event. There's all kinds of events going on. Robin's number 3. I'm not reading that.
Well, they're not really events at DC. It's everything is a
weird.
mini.
Everything's crossing over though.
Everything is a mini that crosses over.
It's weird. It's weird. Some of these workout covers, going on.
Is that Tim? I guess.
I thought it was Damien. Isn't that Damien?
I don't know. I just associate Tim with the bow staff, I guess.
Yeah, Tim always has the bow staff.
Oh, okay.
Without their costumes, it is legitimately hard to tell the Robin.
Every issue they have the sexy Robin variant. So
yeah,
I was forced to get the sexy Dick for the first issue.
I'm cutting that out, and that's a new intro. I was forced to get the sexy Dick.
Great soundbite. But I actually got that very same thing. And that first issue of Robins made me not want to get the second issue of Robins because it was all just like, hey, your first name. What is it? Your first name. Like they're just like they're really beating you over the head with all the exposition. It was really hackneyed.
Yeah. Suicide Squad King Shark, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I'm not reading that either. But here we go. Superman Son of Kal-El. Double dose of Tom Taylor this week. Probably the 2 best books I've got going on at DC right now. They're just fantastic. I'm having such a great time reading both of them. We get this great cover with him and Jackson, 2 soon to be named members of the new Tom Taylor-led Justice League book.
Do you think some writer down the line is going to make these 2 a couple?
I could see them, getting like a thing going on where Jay is kind of on the outs. I would think that would be fun. Nice little romantic thing, or at least somebody gets jealous,
Potentially. I mean, inevitably couples break up, except for rare exceptions for superheroes,
Yeah. Wonder Woman 783 and Wonder Woman Evolution number 3. So yeah, there's your books. Great cover here by Juliet Nanika. I always want to mention the cool books when they come out. This is a new artist for me.
That's really cool. It's kind of got like an Alex Ross vibe.
It does. It's great looking cover. All right, so there you go. There's your DC books. Now, everything else, a lot of debuts from a lot of different publishers this week. Image and Marvel, I say a lot. But Aerosmith, this is the new Kurt Busiek thing, but it's based on an old...
That's always a solid bet.
Yeah, so, but it's based on an old idea that I had. It's an Aerosmith. It's like World War I, but there's wizards and dragons. That's
that actually sounds pretty cool.
It does.
It sound pretty cool.
Carlos Pacheco. I have had an early look at it. It's very wordy. There's a lot of words. But Pacheco's awesome.
I mean, it's Kurt Busiek. Have you read his stuff before? I mean, it's
2 letterers. 2 letterers in the credits for this book. Yeah.
Is there any prose?
No, it's not that bad, but it's a lot.
I'm still wrapping my head around needing 2 letterers for any book, unless there is just like a big I don't know, novel section.
Part of it is like the insets are in this weird cursive, and then the word balloons are not. So I think it's maybe.
So the first letterer didn't have that font package. I don't understand how that.
I don't know. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it.
I'm sure there is. But it just seems odd to me.
It does. It seemed odd to me too. That's why I mentioned it. So yeah. Bolero is another debut over at Image. This is Wyatt Kennedy and Luana Vecchio. I have heard of Vecchio. I have not heard of Wyatt Kennedy. So a woman running away from a broken heart discovers a mother key into parallel universes. The key can work on any door. You can only visit 53 universes. Do not ask to speak to the mother and never hop more than 53 times. Sounds interesting. It's a high sci-fi concept. Art looks okay. It's a little, it's Vecchio. It shines in some places, but others not. So that's a 5-issue mini.
A lot of jumping to do, go 53 times in 5 issues.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be boring.
Well, yeah, I feel like Yeah, they wouldn't mention the whole don't do more than 53 things unless they end the book, going the 54th universe or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It does seem like, they have to do a pretty high volume of universe hopping here. Yeah.
Yeah. Chew and Compass both getting collected in the latest trades for those. Excellence number 12. This is the end of a story arc. Homesick Pilots keeps on going. This is a brand new story arc for this book. King Spawn, a huge hit, for Image. Anything with Spawn on it, motherfuckers eat that shit
and
up.
King's always a good thing to start your title with.
Right.
King
Lady
Conan,
Mechanica moved over from wherever to Image late last year. That's continuing. Primordial, great book. It's Sorrentino. It's Jeff Lemire. It
looks great.
It's awesome. It's really fun, cool sci-fi. Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. Fucking Rick Remender.
I need to catch up on this.
Yeah, I do too. It was a great first issue. I just sort of got lost in the mix. But yeah, fantastic book there. Silver Coin. Who is it this time around? Matthew fucking Rosenberg, one of my faves. So yeah,
they bring a lot. This is really A-list talent on this book every month.
It is. Michael Walsh just knows everybody in the business, and it's like, hey, I'll just pay you to do a book. It's fantastic. Time Before Time, like Time and Organized Crime, is pretty fun. And then it would not be a week at Image Comics without Kirkman reprinting Money.
Of course.
Got to. He saved himself a lot of trouble by not having a colorist on the first.
He did, and then he's like, I'll fool them.
Yeah.
I'll fool them. That's the best way to do it. Cloak number 2 is a pretty good debut. That continues, and then nothing else from Dark Horse this week. They had a pretty big week last week. So moving on to IDW, who also has a huge week. Kanto, penultimate issue. Dungeons and Dragons, Mindbreaker, penultimate issue. Great books.
Kanto's always fun, yeah.
Yeah, happy
the Dungeons and Dragons books are always good, too. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a Jim Zub D&D book. Always great. Junk Wraith. I wish they had the preview here because it looks really cool. Yeah, just a bunch of weird shit from them. Just a bunch of graphic novels getting collected. TMNT hits 125. Good for them.
Yeah, they get the weird frogs in this one.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's been a fun story. Yeah, it's like Battletoads. It's been a fun story. I usually catch up on this like every 3 issues, so I'm at least an issue behind right now. But it's good. It's solid. Transformers number 39. Alex Milne cover with just a fun ass cover. That is really
cool. Is a cool cover.
But it's still Ruckley.
Alex Milne.
Yeah,
and it is still Ruckley.
So yeah, it's probably gonna suck. That is not a Simone DeMeo. That is a different Simone. And then Usagi hits issue number 25, which is kind of landmark. It's been at IDW now for 2 years. That's really cool. So good for them. It's pretty soon. That's all they'll have. Now here we go. Getting into it. ASM 86. The Beyond era is wrapping up.
Even though it is Zeb Wells who is taking over the book after Beyond, but still, on Beyond, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I am not a fan. Bring on the new shit. Bring on the new era, even if it's John Romita Jr. Avengers number 52. Avengers just keeps on going. Juan Frigeri doing the art along with Jason Aaron writing it, of course. He's been on this book for like 5 years now, dude. It just keeps on going.
Yeah, it seems like this current story arc is going to be another one of those where we just keep having grudge matches between the Avengers and these Masters of Evil, which I am not saying is a bad thing. I think that's it's a lot of fun.
It is.
I mean, it is what it is. It's not going to be the most like convoluted, like intricate plotting, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's fine. It's fine. Not my favorite Avengers run by a long shot, but it's okay. A lot of people shit all over it, but I'm okay with it. J.M. Mateus coming back to Ben Reilly. David Baldione doing the art on there. Really fun. This is a Steve Scroce cover. It does not look like a Steve Scroce cover.
He's really ripping off May Parker's Spider-Girl outfit there. That's like the exact same thing she has.
Yeah. But I don't really need this. This is like the Lost Years sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, together they're bringing you unlocked memories in the life of Ben Reilly. I don't care. I was never a big fan of the other Spider-Man, the clone one. David Baldeón.
Well, I
killing it on
mean,
this art though.
it sucks for the character, but like his origin was one of the most notoriously bad eras in Spider-Man's history.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah. So it's gonna look good. It's probably the best Spider-Man book of the week. That's not saying much. A lot of covers for this. There's a Jurgens cover. There's a Alex Maleev. There's a Jurgens design variant. There's a Jurgens sketch design variant. Scotty Young, dude, just always nails it. And this one's freaking cool. That is a lot of fun. Just a whole lot of fun. Here we go. Now it just gets into some convoluted shit. The death of Doctor Strange, which I thought was over. I thought that had come. I thought it had gone. I thought it was done. And now we're getting just the dumbest fucking crossover. Death of Doctor Strange, X-Men, and Black Knight.
Do I have to buy this for X-Men shit? Is this gonna cross over with Wave X or not Wave X, but whatever the new one is?
It was. Oh, I don't know if it's the new one.
This is a really weird pairing of characters that are also being like, recruited to be in this Doctor Strange event as well. There's a lot of things that shouldn't have much to do with each other all kind of being thrown together here.
Man, I told the shop to give me everything X-Men. I guarantee you they're going to throw this in my box. If you are listening, I do not want this book. This is not an X-Men book. Okay, this is a Death of Doctor Strange.
I don't know. Watch it show up on that list in the back of the book.
That Jean Grey looking like a Spawn character there. What the hell?
I don't know what the hell that is, dude. It's wild.
Is this just a one shot or does it
X-Men? Yeah, I think this is just a one shot. Here, this is another big book this week. Not because this series has been great. The art's been fun. Al Ewing kind of lacks on it. Taylor's been raving on it. He's been a fan.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
The big deal about this book is we find out who the fucking Masked Raider is. Finally, after years and years of waiting. It's going to be somebody stupid. It's probably gonna be ridiculously dumb.
I guess, which would you rather it be? Would you rather it be just like some dude, or would you rather it be like some character who, I haven't seen him in a while?
As long as it's not the Manhunter, like fucking Leviathan over at DC.
Sure.
You remember that reveal?
I do.
I did not read Leviathan at all, so no.
I don't know what to think of this book.
The big reveal of Manhunter being a Leviathan, you told it to me just now. I didn't clue into that event at all.
You've been reading this a lot more than I have, Taylor, in terms of being into it. Have they been leaning into who is the Masked Raider?
It has been mentioned a few times, but it has not been a central component of the book.
So it's
they've just been they keep traveling to older and older universes, and it's just an excuse to get trippy visuals from Javier Rodriguez. So yeah, this being a big reveal is something that's kind of independent of the plot they've been telling so far, because they have not really been leaning into his identity being some big build up here.
Weird. Great already cover there. Mike Allred always doing the good work.
I mean, you repeat yourself. A great Mike Allred cover. You could have just said it's a Mike Allred cover,
Sure. All right, now we get into some Devil's Reign shit. This book looks good. It is a Zdarsky book, and Marco Cicchetto is doing the art on it. Yeah,
I'm probably gonna pick this up. Yeah,
I'm probably gonna pick this up too. I love the idea of Villains for Hire, especially within the context that they've given us. And I like these guys. I like these Rhino and Taskmaster. He's always fun on a fucking team. Yeah. So here's a better look at the whole team, because I think US Agent is on that team too.
He is. Yeah.
So there you go. That's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then Devil's Reign X-Men. Why is this cool? Because it's Phil fucking Noto doing the art.
Well, it's Phil Noto and Gary Dugan. I mean, it's the same team that did Cable. It's the same team.
Yeah.
Same team that did Chewbacca.
Yeah,
I forget all about how good that Chewbacca
that was
arc
years
was.
and years ago now.
That Chewbacca arc was so fun. So yeah, there's some Electra, some murder going down. Kingpin just hanging out in the shower. I don't know. This looks like it's back in the day because the World Trade Center towers are still standing on the cover. I don't think that would be a mistake. Like Phil Noto, just like, oh, my bad. I forgot that happened.
It's also Electra back in her old Electra garb and Emma wearing the White Queen outfit. So, yeah, pretty sure this is a flashback. But, hey, could be pretty fun.
I'm down with that, especially given, what's going on in Devil's Reign. So, we do get a really cool Scott Williams. It's just like a throwback to the 90s. That is a great cover, dude. Just a hot Emma hanging out. Eternals. If we're going to pick an Eternals to look at, because we are going to look at the preview.
Yeah, we might as well look at this one.
We might as well look at Todd Nauk's, head cover here, headshot cover.
Awful headshot.
Oh my gosh.
A random deviant.
Yeah, here's just a random guy who's in the damn comic.
I mean, it's probably a specific deviant, but
oh sure.
I think it might be the guy who's like the president deviant. I'm not sure.
No, are they doing that?
President deviant that keeps trying to bang Cersei.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, I'm not reading this at all. But that Eastside Ribic art, very hard to top.
The art is fantastic. Beautiful. It's definitely the reason to come to this book, but it's just been okay. It's slowly ramping up, but it's very slowly ramping up.
Well, they got that crossover event coming up where, what is it? End of something. Yeah,
like
Kingpin
Avengers
in the shower. Hey,
Eternals?
don't kink shame me, Gabriel. Don't kink shame me. I love that. I always like Todd's Superboy. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you're talking about Todd Nauk. He's all right. He's fucking up on these headshot covers, bro. These have been terrible. And I've said it before. It's like he's like, all right, y'all want me to do just headshot covers? You're getting nothing else. Just a fucking head. No neck. No nothing.
Hey, this guy got like a little goatee thing going on.
Yeah.
Though, so
yeah.
Man, okay, I don't blame the artist, but this is just such a bad idea for a series of variants.
It really is.
Who wants this? I mean, I'm asking legitimately. Who was like, hey, you know what people will go fucking crazy for? Just their heads.
Yeah, it's true, Gabe. They are just weird. All right, Hulk number 3. Donny Cates still taking us into this summer Michael Bay blockbuster of a Hulk story. It's the antithesis of the last run, the Ewing run. The Ewing one was cerebral and deep and high science fiction. This is just fucking
smashing shit in space.
Saturday afternoon in the 90s, Hercules.
Man, this is like WrestleMania Hulk.
It is. It's just way over the top. Just throw any ideas you can in there. With that said, there's a place for that in comics, right? And Donny Cates
absolutely, yeah,
does his thing well.
And yeah, I mean, that's honestly probably the right call. Let's do a hard pivot away from what was going on before, because you're never going to live up to it trying to do the same thing. So yeah, make yours very distinct.
Yeah, and honestly that's probably how he got the job. Here's this cover. Jim Chung doing it's this classic sort of look to the cover, just wonderful cover there. I really like that. And Nakayama, classic homage to what looks like Hulk number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. Miles Morales, probably the most important issue of Miles Morales to date. Saladin Ahmed is still on the book, and he's tying this into his work on Beyond. So it's probably all right. This book has been popular. It has been selling, but no book sells higher than Amazing Spider-Man. I don't care who's writing it. I don't care who's on the art. It always.
Top 10 book. It's kind of a crummy thing to say, but like the top-selling books are almost by default always going to be Spider-Man and Batman.
Yes, and then
regardless of the actual quality of those books, those are always going to be like top 5, top 10 books.
Yeah, and then all random number 1s, event books where FOC, kind of fucks the shop up. But this is a big deal for him because he's writing this as a tie-in to Beyond with a character he created for this character, for this book. So I'm excited to read it, man. This has been the best Spider-Man book ongoing. It's been fantastic. Gabriel, so I just got a new job. Awesome. I'm a month or so behind on my books. What's going on with Miles? Man, it's been a lot with the the Beyond stuff, it's been ramping into that. It's also been like twofold, man. He was wrapped up with Cradle and the Champions, where they were trying to arrest him for being an underage whatever, superhero. That sort of fizzled away when Champions went away. Cradle is still around, and they use him whenever they need to in this, and it works. But then he had his own sort of clone saga where they didn't get the clones quite right, and he ends up making friends with the clones, and that's one of them in here, where he's teaming up with in this. With all this Beyond shit going on, where they're not letting him be called Spider-Man because Beyond owns the copyright to Spider-Man, so he's not allowed to use that name. And then it's also, it feels like anyway, Ahmed is pulling in the fact that Kingpin has outlawed all superheroes in New York City. So now he's sort of fallen into that too. So there's been a lot of just random shit.
Everyone after Miles here,
Yeah, it's been a lot of random shit, but it's been a solid story, dude. It's been heartfelt. It's been really good.
I mean, we got the local cops, we got the feds, we got copyright lawyers just hounding him.
Yes, I think that's the only clone that made it, dude.
For now.
Yeah, for now. You never know. They could bring him, back or make it so there's other ones that are there. So, but it's a solid series, dude. We got to talk about Moon Knight. The big trailer is supposed to drop sometime today. It might have already dropped.
I think it's supposed to drop at halftime of the football game tonight, so I think we still got time.
That's right. So Jed McKay and Federici Sabatini still doing their thing, but it's all about this Raza cover.
That is a cool cover.
That cover's rad, yeah.
I love it. I want to get this book just for this cover. It is so good.
Nah.
But I have not been reading Moon Knight.
No, I dropped it after the second issue.
Moon Knight wasn't terrible, but it was kind of dull.
It was kind of dull.
It was not good enough for how crowded of a landscape it is.
Yeah, it just got phased out. You're right.
Still, pretty good book from what I've been hearing from the fans. Phoenix Echo or Phoenix Song Echo.
I dropped this one after issue 1.
Yeah, it was not keeping my attention either. Solid art, okay story with her dealing with her past and her present as the Phoenix, but just not a fan. Savage Avengers, definitely worth mentioning. It's the last issue. This is kind of sad. Jerry Duggan has had a lot of fun on this series.
This has been a good book. It's been flying under a lot of people's radars.
Yeah.
It has.
These are often the best comic books, the ones that fly under the radar, where the writer is just allowed to have fun with random characters.
It's why X-Men Investigations was so cool, man.
Yeah.
Because Peter David was just allowed to do whatever the fuck he wanted on that book. But I don't know where Jerry Duggan is going to have fun anymore. X-Men is a great book. It's not a fun book. It's not Marauders just letting Iceman go and kick some, ice giant ass. It's not Conan hanging out in the old Hellfire Mansion and fucking Emma Frost going to hanging out and be like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? It's not fun like that. It's a great book, but it's not dumb, stupid fun. And Jerry Duggan is great at that shit. He's really good at doing dumb, stupid fun.
That's why his Deadpool run was good.
Yeah. Hopefully he finds, something else. Yeah, surprisingly good. And Conan is a beast. Yeah, he's great. In this. Oh, yeah, his shit with Kang is really cool. I like his shit with Doom where he's like, you wear a mask. He's like, oh, so you're vain.
So what is going on with
Conan?
Conan?
Love that line.
Is he going back to his own universe, or is he still hanging around somewhere?
I think he's still going to be wandering around.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the great interactions with Kang, like Gabe said, but, man, he had this interaction with Doom, and he's like, so why do you wear the mask? And Doom was like, oh, I was horribly disfigured. And Conan's like, oh, so you're vain. And it was like, oh, shit. Getting Doom with the...
I mean, if you're going to bring Conan into the Marvel Universe, that's like the best way to use him, right? He's the guy who doesn't give a shit who he's talking to. He calls it like he sees it with anyone and everyone and talks to characters in a way that no other character would.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, and they worked it. They made it work, so... one of two of big debuts, a lot of big debuts coming out from over here at the Marvel Comics. Rainbow Rowell, Roger Antonia doing She-Hulk. She-Hulk's back. She's back to her prime. No more.
Yeah, I mean, the Savage She-Hulk stuff was fine for the Avengers book, but I've missed quote unquote classic She-Hulk here. It'll be cool seeing her kind of return to form.
Street level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic Four style. And this looks fun. You know, it looks cool. The part we really have to ask ourselves, though, is which variant. I love the Jen Bartel variant there. Art Germ is getting a cool variant, of course. But, man, this Adam Hughes variant, this one's going to be hard to find. All right? This one's going to be hard to find. That's
good one.
This is classic.
It's just, no frills, good. Just, a good rendition of classic She-Hulk here.
Yeah, for sure. And then Liefeld's getting one, her and Deadpool.
God.
And then a Scotty Young punching through the wall.
Well, yeah.
Is she stronger, weaker? I don't think she got any of that shit. I think she's weaker, and I don't think she got the gamma breath no more.
I mean, with Hulk, it's always
reset,
like,
Gabe. All been reset.
Yeah, she's probably just classic She-Hulk now.
Yeah. That's my assumption. We'll find out.
That's what they're selling it as.
Another debut, which I'm sorry, this book is going to get ignored because it's
totally
such a big week.
It's been ignored every time it's come out.
They're setting it up to fail already.
Every volume
Kim,
of Silk.
Takeshi Miyazawa. Silk. Silk is a cool character. Silk is a fun character. She works within the universe. Her origin story is really interesting and fun. The art in this is great. It's a book that's going to go under people's radar, and it kind of sucks because it's going to be a good book. It's going to be a good book. A couple variants for that, a Go variant and a Mock variant. Here's another book that people aren't going to get, and rightfully so. This shit don't count. Ron Mars and Ron Lim. Someone has stolen the reality gem, right?
Man.
This is like a story
Ron Mars
during the Silver Surfer run, set during their run.
Is this Ron Mars writing new stuff?
No, it's technically new.
Ron Mars, yeah.
It's technically new, but it's set in his old story. It's kind of like the Legends book, the X-Men Legends book right now. So
it's out of continuity, sort of?
Yeah. It's being pushed in continuity, you know?
It's like that Spider-Man.
Yeah, right. Book. Somebody steal in the Silver Surfer. I don't know about the Silk book. The Silk book is basically just an adventure book, Gabe. She's going to go on adventures. The Silver Surfer book, somebody stole the reality gem and brought Captain Marvel back to life. So he's hanging out with this fictitious, made up, brought back from the dead version of Marvel, and they go on an adventure to save the reality gem. So a couple of good variants. I'd have to say that the Momoko variant with I don't even remember what they called him, but this looks like the Black Silver Surfer. Oh, that's cool.
That's a good looking cover.
That is a cool looking cover. So yeah. Ron Lim is awesome, dude. I love his Infinity stuff too. It sucks that they're not bringing him in on new stories. They're having him go back and sort of fit new stories into his old arcs, and I think that's stupid. I guess it helps the fans who want that old shit and want them to expound on that. I don't like that. I want new shit. Dr. Aphra still going. High Republic, Strange Academy. All right, this is a book. I haven't really been arguing. I've been debating this book and its value in the speculator market. This is Gaslamp. He's a new character, who just was introduced in Strange Academy number 15, and this is his first cover appearance. I've been talking to people who are certain that Strange Academy is the next big thing for the screen. It would make for a perfect animated series. They're not wrong. I just don't think they're going to do it.
I could see this being a Disney Plus show, but regardless of what it may become in the future, this has been a consistently fun book. Yeah. It's never something that knocks my socks off month after month, but it's a consistently solid read. It is one of those ones that's close to my chopping block, but it's just good enough that it usually beats out the other things on the chopping block.
Yeah, it's right. How's it going? Dr. Strange is dead. I mean,
technically, he was not. They could do this book just fine without him. I mean, he was only appeared in a couple guest spots here and there. The principal of the school is Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Strange is just the guy whose name is on the building and really not much else.
It's like the founders of Hogwarts, they dead too, and they still got a Hogwarts. Dumbledore in charge. It's basically the same shit.
Well,
Dr. Strange has barely been in this book at all. So, which hasn't been bad, it's still been good, even though he's been gone. So there you go with your Strange Academy, Venom number 4. I think this is a Ram V issue. Yep, this is a Ram V issue with Brian Hitch. This is a book that's going back and forth, odd and even.
Okay, so Ram V is Space Venom, and Ewing is like Dylan Venom, right?
Dylan Venom on Earth, yeah. And they coincide. They go back and forth. They visit each other in flashbacks and all kinds of shit. All right, man. Here's my big.
There it is.
10 lives or X lives of Wolverine #1. This is not Zdarsky and Chichetto on this book.
No, not at all.
It's just not.
It's Ben Percy and somebody else.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Ben Percy has been writing Wolverine for like a couple years now. I think was handling this one, right?
Yeah, that makes me wonder if we fucked up that other book too.
Fuck
I don't know why they got that there, but it's a solid book. It looks good. I'm excited to read this, man. It's a huge event. They're doing a lot of covers. There's a Momoko variant. There's
and
man, Alfred Molina got a variant, man.
You can make fun of
Molina
Wolverine and his adamantium surfboard, but I think Ben Percy has had a real solid handle on the character ever since he started writing X-Force and Wolverine.
Which one do we need to break down, Gabriel? I'm glad you're here. We get a lot more activity. Which book? The X Lives of Wolverine? Motherfucker, I got no clue what they're doing there. It's something about him going back to the past, a la Days of Future Past, and revisiting his previous selves to solve some mystery. But then it's also the X Deaths of Wolverine, where we're going to be looking into the future at, I guess, the outcomes of those change. I don't know, dude. Honestly, the book hadn't come out yet, so we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely check this one out. But they have been really mum about what the fuck this is even supposed to be here.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Council of Logans. I mean, that might be what it is, dude. I'd be okay with that. Thanks for stopping by, Eli. We appreciate it. Check him out on the Comic Bullies. Great episode last night. And well wishes to Leroy. He got the COVID. He got the Omicron.
Ooh, that's not cool.
Yeah, not cool. So I'm all over that. This book is, I guess, the only X book that's going to be around for a month or two.
Well, no, we have Devil's Reign.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I know. Everybody got counsel now. Even fucking Doc Ock got a damn counsel now. I can't stand the Doc Ock counsel. He's terrible at it. He is so bad at it. Hey, kid. Yeah, Krakoan drugs help Leroy. Yeah. He needs that methicillin.
Man, to live in the Marvel universe where like mutants grow like super drugs on their like super island sentient nation thing,
Right. Yeah. Oh, dude, Council of Autos was just shit. It was so bad. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, huge week for Marvel this week. I don't even know what to pick, but Rodney Barnes and George A. Pontrelli with the awesome Francesco Francavilla cover. Still doing the new James Bond book. It's a fantastic book. All the James Bond books are exactly what you'd expect. It's James fucking Bond in a comic. Okay?
Yep. They're all
fantastic
usually pretty
book.
solid.
Easily the best thing at Dynamite right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fantastic book. A bunch of other shit. Kiss, licensed shit. Purgatory, that's technically licensed shit, even though they bought the whole line. Sonia Red, or Black, White, and Red. Pretty cool. Everybody be doing that now with the weird colors, weird coloring. And then, that's it. All these Vampirella things are reprints. Moving on to Boom. Boom got Angel #1.
Angel.
Brand new thing. What perfect timing. This is actually Christopher Cantwell doing this, which is nice. He's written a bunch of shit, including that Dr. Doom book that was really fun with Cocaine Bear. Great timing on this with Joss Whedon, hitting the news again. So we'll see how good that goes. Hey, Angel always got their fans. Buffy always got their fans. They're going to buy.
Oh yeah,
who comes out.
This has a built-in fan base.
Exactly.
People are going to buy this.
Yeah. Cursed Pirate Girl. All right. Devil's Cave #1. Another debut. Jeremy Bastian doing the writing and the art. And I don't know if these are finished pages, but dude, if they are, this book is going to be wild. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, I like that. It really fits like kind of like an old timey like Mariner's Tale type of look, you know?
Yeah, and they got a tarot card look to them too. You know, that's the feel I get. But it's really great what they're doing with the design here, man. That is just wild to me. I love that. And look, there are a lot of pages. I mean, there are a lot of preview pages that they're showing off here.
That's crazy.
The detail that goes into that pencil work, just so well done. I want to look at all of these, but no, we got a bunch of other books to go. So yeah, that is actually a really cool looking book that I don't think is going to get a lot of attention. Maul number 5, that wraps that series, that horror series. Power Rangers number 15, still going.
Going strong.
Regarding the matter of Oswald's body, hits about the halfway point. That's a real, fun, kind of off the hip book. 7 Secrets, the most underrated Tom Taylor book on shelves now, just because every fucking thing else he's doing is so damn good. But this book is awesome, dude. This book is so much fun. Yeah, it's like his take on weird anime. It's really.
That's
cool,
what the
dude.
first volume was. It has a real anime vibe to it.
Yeah,
which isn't a bad thing.
It's cool, man. It's cool. And then again, probably the 2 biggest books at fucking Boom right now. We Only Find Them When They're Dead, also coming out. I guess the House of Slaughter, is bigger right now. But these are 2 huge books at Boom right now that I know at least a half a dozen people who are reading all of those. Simone DeMeo just
looks beautiful.
Looking at his work. Love looking at that work. It looks like the Jerry meme that's going around right now. It's all red. All right, now everything else, and there are a few things that we do want to talk about. Animal Castle number 2. I did get the chance to read Animal Castle number 1, and yeah, David was right. It's a sequel to Animal Farm, and it's great. It's really fun. It's got great art, just really interesting shit going on in here. And I mean, that's really all you got to say. It's a sequel to Animal Farm. It's really political. I love it. Beyond that, I'm not sure there's too much else in the smaller press stuff. We're going to just get through this real quick because, man, it has been a lot of books this week. Crossed. Another Crossed book. Do we really need that?
No, we don't need another Crossed book. We never need more Crossed books.
Man. Dr. Sleepless 4 to 8 bag set. That's another book that you can't unsee that shit. Detox one shot. That looks really fun, actually. Gravel, getting collected. Heathens. Jungle Fantasy, which is porn. It's not even trying to hide it. It's not cheesecake. It's straight up porn. Lady Death, that's the cheesecake stuff. See, they can't even show the covers there. There was at least one more book I wanted to mention, but it's not coming to mind. Yeah, I think that's going to be it, gentlemen. Oh, Shadow Man, always a good read.
Oh yeah, Shadow Man,
Valiant
that's
Universe.
Cool.
Cullen Bunn. This is him wrapping up the first arc. I think it might have another issue. So Terror takes over the Valiant Universe. So there you go. Shadow Man, and yep, there it is. A lot of books this week, man.
Shit ton of books, yeah. But really, what I'm excited about is Tom Taylor stuff.
Getting his double feature from DC there.
Nightwing and Superman, and then Wolverine.
Yeah. Do we ever decide if it's 10 lives or X lives?
I don't know.
X lives.
I think it's 10. Maybe it's X. It's hard to tell. I don't know. But there are the 2 debuts at Image that look good, Aerosmith and Bolero.
I am going to check out Aerosmith.
Yeah, I think. But Primordial has got all of my love over at Image Comics this week. Mm-hmm. I love that book so much. But they've also got Righteous Thirst and Silver Coin.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers number 52 should be fun. I think I'm going to check out the new She-Hulk as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, a lot of number 1s over at Marvel. I'm going to have to pick and choose. I want that Devil's Reign, both of the Devil's Reign books, Villains for Hire and X-Men.
But you're right though about like things like Silk. Like I check it out most weeks, but it might get crowded out this week.
It's crowded out, dude. That's a huge problem. They should have pushed it last week or even next week. They should have given it, a little bit of more space on the shelf for it to spread its wings. Silk is a cool
some
character.
Sort of audience, yeah.
She gonna be the next big character in the MCU, Spider character. There ain't no more left.
I feel like they'd introduce Miles first, but I don't know.
No, Miles is all over the animated shit, man. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, sure. Like
Miles is already a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Miles is already a thing. Silk ain't a thing. You can't just ask the normal person, "Hey, who's the other?"
Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows who the fuck Silk is.
Yeah, to my knowledge, she has yet to appear outside of a comic book. Yeah,
exactly. She gonna be the next big thing, man. In terms of the Spider character, so I'm pretty sure I have her first appearance too.
Well, yeah, if you have Dan Slott's run, then yeah.
So there you go, man. So many books. Like I said last night, it's like an $80 week, man, for comics this week. It is a huge week.
You get everything, yeah.
Yeah, it is just too much. It's almost too much, especially considering how much bullshit there was last week. You couldn't have given us a Nightwing or a Son of Superman last week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, you would have had like an open door to walk through, last week in terms of like, dominating the sales.
So yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, a lot of great books. We're going to talk about all of those books next week on our Sunday night show, where we do news and reviews. Definitely come back and check that out. The Bullies are here. Check them out. They did a show last night. Like I said, Leroy, we got hopes for you. I'm sure you'll be fine. I think he's vaxxed and boosted, so I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, you never know. Hopefully he's well. Yeah, keep coming back and checking them out. Big Willie doing shit with Sean and stuff all throughout the week. Go to outrightgeekery.com. That's where all the links are to everything that you'll need that we've got going on. Social media, Patreon, we got merch, we got all kinds of shit. So again, thanks everybody for hanging out, but most of all, thanks to these two jokers for hanging out with this third joker. And that's us. That's the three of us. That's us.
Anytime, man.
We're gonna do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
And I kind of rushed this through because there were so many books. We ended early. Like, man, to talk about.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like we did about like twice again as much as we normally do on this show.
Yeah.